66-year-old Dave Martin, a retired Solana Beach veterinarian, was attacked and killed by a great white shark about 50 yards off Tide Park Beach in Cardiff early Friday morning. The attack prompted authorities to close beaches from Torrey Pines to Carlsbad through Monday.
What we're doing now is posting a 72-hour advisory to keep everybody out of the water. We've done this with other jurisdictions from Torrey Pines State Beach all the way north to South Carlsbad State Beach.
Approximately 7 o'clock this morning, firefighters, lifeguards, and paramedics responded on a request for medical assistance at Tide Park. The victim was being pulled ashore by fellow swimmers. He was with a group of swimmers. Firefighters determined immediately that they were very severe injuries and called in an air ambulance. The victim was pronounced at 0749 this morning. Obviously a shark attack victim. Severe injuries to his legs, to both his legs. At this present time, we have the water in Solana Beach closed. My understanding is Del Mar, Encinitas, and probably Carlsbad have also closed their water as well. We do have air support, lifeguards up at this time, and the lifeguards are coordinating what the next step is.
Martin was among a group of 10 triathletes that regularly swim from Fletcher Cove to Tide Park Beach.
They swim from Fletcher Cove down here and they come out here just past the surf line. They swim up towards Cardiff and then they return back to Fletcher Cove to the parking lot there. So we were out right about here when it happened, in front of the house here, and they brought the victim right about where the lifeguard truck is, right there on the beach. Brought him ashore at low tide.
Harry Romero was among a crew building a seawall on the beach when he heard cries for help.
We're down on the beach this morning working on a seawall, and we heard two ladies screaming something. We couldn't tell what, so we went over to find out what was going on, and they had told us that there was a shark attack, and that one of their swim partners had been attacked. So we looked out in the water, and there were 4 or 5 other swimmers dragging a man by his shoulders up onto the beach. We got him up on the beach. He had no pulse. There was foam coming out of his mouth and he wasn't breathing. They went and got the lifeguard. The lifeguard drove down. He started giving him mouth to mouth. We started giving him CPR until the paramedics showed up. And he had a big bite in this leg, about that big. This leg was shredded from here down. And by the time he got to the beach, there was no blood coming out of the wounds. He was completely white. No pulse.
Dr. Richard Rosenblatt is a professor emeritus with Scripps Institute of Oceanography and an expert in sharks. He examined Martin's body after the attack.
From my examination of the wounds on the victim and also the narrative that I got about how the attack happened, that this almost certainly was a great white shark. It was typical great white shark behavior to attack from below, make a bite, and then draw away. I was told that the victim was pushed up out of the water in a violent attack, and that's just typical of the white shark feeding behavior. That is, they normally feed on seals and they attack from below, make a tremendous powerful rush, make a very powerful bite, then pull away, wait for the seal or other marine mammal to bleed to death, and then come back. And so that sounds like what a white shark would do. Also, from the wounds, which were really quite clean and massive, it looks like what a white shark wound would look like.
This
It's a nice clean wound. You know, white shark teeth are serrated. They're sort of like a bread knife. And they don't make a ragged wound. They make a nice cut. And that's what that looked like.
And that's differentiated from other
Oh yeah, for
predatory
example,
animals?
If it were a mako shark, it would be there would be very ragged wounds. If it were something like a requiem shark, it would have very characteristic series of puncture wounds and then a slice above them. Yeah, you can tell a lot from looking at wounds.
This is Philip Ireland reporting from Fletcher Cove for the North County Times.